I forgot to change the music. But hey, you get free Best of Us listening party now. Boy. Anyway, do we switch to real Friday chill music now? Yeah, let's let it finish. Alright, sick. Here it goes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Friday Chill. I'm your host, Paul A.K. Modus. I hope you've had an amazing week. I've used that sound now more often than I go to the bathroom. I have abused the clap sound. Hi guys, how you guys doing? Why is the soundtrack still playing? What the heck? The audio source isn't even on this scene. OBS thingies. But the thing is, if I update OBS now, it's gonna have that bug again where the transitions got super loud. You remember that bug, right? I had to downgrade OBS specifically because of that issue, right? And now for some reason I'm having this bug where the soundtrack source, it's literally off here and it was playing. Yes. OBS, hello. but hey, at least I have manual control. I can just switch it off. So yeah, we are back in order. Shout out to music. Shout out music. Yes. Friday is music release day. I'd like to have a word with you on that, because Fridays just aren't great for the algorithm. I talked to Skybreak's manager, Landon, about this, and he actually me. He schooled me so I can school you. Fridays are just not great for the algorithm, at least when it comes to singles. He did tell me for albums and EPs, he still thinks Fridays are fine, like for bigger releases. But for singles, Fridays are just not great. Because, yeah, you do get this like 1 day big peak in the algorithm, but then everyone stops using, like everyone stops streaming on the weekends. So the algorithm just goes, nah. Right? And your song just, nah. Right? That's like people's tastes notwithstanding, right? Hi, Opal, by the way. So we just released on hey, I put out Till Abyss on a Monday. It went pretty well, right? It definitely, like, the peak, the algorithmic peak was less pronounced, like was less high, less of a peak. But it stayed around for longer, for more days, because it was on a Friday, right? Gotta go soon, but I just want to say hi. Yeah, it's just good that you came around. Here in Spanish, we say you passed around. Te has pasado. Toki is what? What do you mean semi-streaming? Has the Chompo mascot taken over, and has the Chompo mascot hacked into his stream key, and he's now in control? He's a guest on Protostar's live now. What do you say? What do you say we invade Protostar's stream for a little bit? They're judging a beat battle. All right, here it goes. All right, I see it. Music producer battle royale. What's the best day to release? Anywhere Monday through Thursday. All right, let's invade Proto stream, Proto and company here. All right, here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. All right, we're on Proto's Twitch right now. I'm gonna say hi. Hello. Amonger. I don't know if any of this music is copyrighted. So
the guitar they used, it where is it? It should be
hello.
which one was it?
Yeah, can you play the guitar? Just to
Let me see. Is it this one? No, it's one of these ones.
My
This
stream
one.
chat
There we
says
go.
hi.
That one. Really good.
That's the main sample. I think they used a bunch of other stuff. So yes, all right. Little refresher. Azo.
I knew Imbloom was involved. Yeah. I've only seen, I don't know either Imbloom or Eve White
The use
here.
of the don't stay, don't move.
So yeah, this is my first time seeing them.
Like, I like the usage of like the.
They're made for the stream, so they're not even
All right,
released.
that's
Okay.
Vote number 2 for Xenowave. Oh.
Two of them are from England. I see.
Hey, what's up? Alright, that's our vote number 2. Alright.
Look at my boy, all spruced up in there. Got the suit and
Now open.
got the suit and everything. He's all suited up.
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, instantly Toki locked in. Instantly, no hesitation.
All right, well, we'll leave them to it.
The
We'll leave them to it because we have a not the we have a stream of our own to run, okay? And you know, gotta keep the pace. I am already starting to notice the heat. You know, I have starting. Aha, yes, English. English. That layout Proto has for the battle is sick. Yeah, no, like just like I've been into I've been to a few of Proto streams. Its layout is also really well done. Yeah. It's just like my layout is more focused on pre-rendered visuals, if that makes sense. Like my layout has more pre-rendered visuals. Their layout has more like live elements, right? More HTML stuff running on like more browser sources, like fancier like windows and like widgets and stuff, right? Mine focuses more on just the like aesthetic of the pre-rendered visuals, if that makes sense. So if I go here, say no, not that idiot, right? So if I go here, there's like this cool little like marquee scrolling like background, and then there's all sorts of, you know, there's all these things. There's all these things. You should code. I should not code. I cannot be. You should not let me anywhere near a coding environment. You should code a widget to get an audience to show you for the submissions. But how would that work? Because that means we would have to track. We would have to have a way to track in code who's been reviewed and then translate that to a command. So how would that command work? Exclamation mark SOA and then the name of the song? How do you parse that? How do you control that people won't just make a typo? You know? Shutterstock watermark. Who redeemed the roast? Oh, it's Striker. Achieved 30,000 stars and top 4,000 on the global leaderboard in Geometry Dash. I mean, you're just roasting yourself at this point. Because, I mean, do I really need to roast you? You are roasting yourself here. You haven't touched grass in at least 3 lifetimes. So, like, you know? I don't know, I might be a computer engineer, but that doesn't mean I studied. I might be a music producer, but that doesn't mean I studied. I'm a music producer, is what everyone without study says. That's just because you didn't bother to go to university. You. Congrats on all those fake points. But yeah, Xylo, like how would that work realistically? Like that sounds like a great idea on paper. How do you put it down to reality? You know? How do you translate? Like, do you assign each submission a number? Do you go exclamation mark SOA 1 for the first submission and then 2 for the second submission? But then I would have to have some way to track which is 1, which submission is the one, and then have some way for me to tell the system that, hey, this is 1. But then how do you know that the system's DM list and what SoundCloud is giving me are the DMs in the same order? Because when you refresh SoundCloud DMs, they appear in a completely different order. So like when you first receive them, they all appear like shuffled, and then you refresh it into completely different order. You do realize that, right? So for that to happen, I would basically have to build an entirely new feedback system from scratch. You know? It's just like, I feel like that would be more of chore than it would be fun for me to do, right? I don't want to think of streams as a chore. When I'm here, I'm having fun. And when I have so many variables and so many things to tend to, it stops being fun. Right? You get where I'm coming from? Who redeemed the roast? Geotree. What was that one Indian meme song? I mean, there's I am Proto. Was that one? Security is my motto. That's Geotree right now. Wow. I mean, you asked for it. I wouldn't have said it if you didn't redeem the... No, you're using ethnicities now. I mean, you asked for a roast. It's kind of on you. That was the video I did for Darby. Stop. For the remix. It was great. Like those visuals. What do you use for that? For the visuals, I mean, because I saw some messages in chat during the premiere that was like the VFL thing, Z Game Editor, which, wow, kind of impressive that's Z Game Editor. The extent of my knowledge in Z Game Editor is make a reactive bars visualizer that's just white on black. White on a black background, so I can then export it and composite it into my actual visualizer on Resolve. Modus, you have new mission. Your Windows machine has virus. No, it's After Effects. Okay, only Dub Switcher can do crazy stuff in Z Game. I see. Z Game Editor presets are nuts. Yeah, it's actual black magic. I don't know how people do that. You can actually do a lot with Z Game. I don't doubt that. It's just that it's fascinating to me, you know? And it's I think the right expression would be that that escapes me, you know? It escapes me how people can achieve those kinds of things on Z Game. You basically code a shader in Z Game, but there is no code editor in Z Game, right? Or like, does it accept Python scripts the way the piano roll does? That's a thing, by the way. You can make Python scripts to do things in the piano roll. There is. Okay, so there is a way to like code stuff in. The main termination visualizer used to be Z Game before I took over. Oh, I see. That collab remix is out now. Too bad I was in class for that premiere. I feel you. What do you even do in the piano roll with Python? You can like generate chords and notes procedurally and stuff like that. I guess some harmonization, right? I haven't really checked because then again, the piano roll isn't a tool where, isn't the place where, like, whenever I go to the piano roll, it's usually because I already know what I'm gonna do, or that. Whoop, almost ate the mic there. Jesus Christ. Whenever I go to the piano roll, I usually don't leave things up to code, to write stuff in the piano roll. I trust my brain to be able to do that. Gotta keep that plasticity. Kind of like from scratch. Like, bro, how are you doing it? Yeah. I recently learned FL introduced a built-in AI to make chords and melody. Yeah, it's called the Chord Builder. Honestly, I don't like, it doesn't really like how do I say this? The AI chord builder doesn't really seem like it would be an AI. Like an algorithm, like standard code algorithm could probably do that. Could probably figure out chords based on harmonies, because harmonies are just what they are. You don't really need an AI to figure that out. Are we literally just grimacing at the mention of AI? Look, AI has its uses. Stem separation for feedback hour, actual game changer. Folding proteins, actual game changer. Okay? There are good uses for AI. Say, to upscale a 1080p video to 4K while adding film grain. To cut my render times. Actual good use of AI. Okay? If I had to render my stuff in 4K, I would still be rendering NYP9. Okay? Hey, Paul, do you want to get extra relaxed? I want you to relax me so fucking hard. Not all AI is bad. Yeah, it's just the sloppy generative kind of AI that's bad, What about the chatbot? Gopher? You mean Gopher? Honestly, Gopher has actually been helpful a couple times. Like, I've tried it out a couple times to find out some shortcuts for some things, and what I like about Gopher is that it has only been trained on the FL manual, right? So it's a very specialized thing, and it runs entirely locally. Okay? Those are the two things that makes it okay-ish for me, right? So I can ask Gopher to just find me a shortcut, like, what's the shortcut to do this? Is there a way for me to do that? And most of the time it'll have the answers, right? I wouldn't really ask it to make melodies. I think my brain can come up with melodies pretty well, okay? 'Cause I would like to think I can write songs pretty well, okay? I am less good at some other things, okay? I'm not a sound design wizard, okay? I think we all know that. I'm not AU5 out here, okay? But, yeah. On the songwriting department, I would like to believe I've gotten pretty good at it. You know? Can I disable it to save my GPU? It's not running in the background by default. It's only running like when you call it in, when you hit the button. You're close to AU5, not gonna lie. Not even close. Only Austin could come up with such things as what's it called? Inverted phase disperser, like inverted sidechain disperser kick synthesis. What the fuck, dude? How do you come up with that? No, there is no way I come up with that shit. Yeah, what about the Ultracom? What the fuck do you mean Ultracom? Bro said this song's idea came to me in a lucid dream. Hey, some of my best ideas came up while I was doing something completely unrelated. Codename Zim is Jealous, the really epic track that Toki shit his pants with, the one that had the minimal first drop and then it had this like explosive cinematic coda at the end. You know which one it is. Zalokil. The one that's in 6/4. You know? And that had the like key change mid drop. That one, I got the main idea for that while I was playing Tears of the Kingdom. And I just got inspired from the sound design and the soundtrack of Tears of the Kingdom and the little like reversed sounds for Ganondorf and for the evil side of things that gets like reversed choirs and sound effects, and I thought that was pretty cool, you know. Yeah, but Lucid Dream is crazy. Like the chosen angels brought this upon me type shit. Yeah. Well, I just had a religious experience. I just had an out-of-body experience. And I took ayahuasca so I could compose this tune. Literally what AM5 posted. Yeah, no, he's on another fucking level. He will go to great lengths. I am not willing to go to such lengths, you know. Wait, where's that timer in the bottom right corner? What timer? Yeah, I don't see a timer. What are you talking about? Because that might be like my favorite song from the ID Showcase 2025. So Codename Pablo, the first one that I sent Toki, right? The like dubstepy one that then had a house switch up. That's been finished for like months. I'm just waiting to be able to release it. May not be far. I sent you a screenshot of it. I don't see a timer there. What do you mean? As AI advances, there will be a distinct divide between artistic expression and utility. Sound effects and mass-consumed background music / pop slop can be relegated to AI, and human artists will make manual music. Distinct divide between artistic expression and utility. Yeah, but you fail to realize that most people do not care about the source of their music. Most people just do not give a damn. You know? The final frontier that took 500 years. No, that took but it took a pretty long time. That song took quite a while, to be fair. She's saying you dead ass. I do not see it. There is no timer at the bottom of my screen. What are you talking about? I don't see it in OBS. I don't see it on YouTube. It's not there. Guys, stop fucking hallucinating. Look, you guys have sent me like 4 different screenshots. There is no timer. God damn it. What time? There is no timer. You're imagining things. Exactly. Heed Panda's words. Put your hand near the bottom of the screen. Like that? I can see my hand just fine. What are you talking about? God damn it. You're right, Paul. We were gaslighting you. Okay. Well. You Sneaky bastards. Well, that means most people aren't people. Wait, so what are they then? Are they like Martians? What are they? Are they like Neptunians? Are most people the Artemis 2 crew or something? The secret timer to announce, so I won't say where it is, guys. There is no timer! God damn it. Stop pinging me about it. I know what my stream looks like. Okay. Jesus Christ. Guys aren't picking up on when he's put it down, are you? I pick up what I'm putting down. Look at mine. It shows up clear. No, it fucking doesn't. Guys, questions. Should I show my Fall Tales type beat without drop tomorrow? What do you mean without drop? You're gonna rob us of the most important part of your song? By the way, the feedback stream is not tomorrow. Okay? I'm delaying it to Sunday. I can't be here tomorrow. I'm leaving. I am gone. I am gone crab rape style, okay? I am leaving tomorrow. It just blew up off the stream. So, yeah. I can't be here tomorrow. I'll be doing the stream a couple days from now on Sunday. And it won't be starting at 7 p.m. my local time. It will be starting an hour earlier than usual. So 6 p.m. my time. Whatever that is for you. So whatever the usual stream start time is for you, 1 hour earlier. Okay? By the way, Paul, you're muted. No, I'm not. Or maybe my phantom is doing weird things again. Okay. That looks good. Because I've had some issues with channel 1 on my interface for a while now. But then again, if I start using mic channel 2 on my interface, chances are after a while I'm going to start having the same problem. And then I'll have like spotty phantom power on both channels. So I just keep using channel 1 because I found a bit of a way to like dirty hack it, to like work it, like make it work. You just push around the area where the 48 volt button is. You like push around the metal of the interface, the like metal body, and then you press the button. Somehow that makes it work more often. Shows. How do I show you my screen? Here. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? Relax harder, you're not relaxed enough. Okay. It's relaxed enough for you now? Am I relaxing hard enough now? Happy? Hey, what is it? What is it about the countdown? There is no countdown, people. Jesus Christ. Hi, Jack. The stream buffered for me when you did that. Also, to answer your question, Modus, I didn't figure out how to make the supersaws that are in melodic / orchestral dubstep sound exactly how I want, so I'm not happy with that. It's like the jump in the first Matrix film. No one makes the jump the first time. No one gets their sound dialed in just right the first time. It took me years to hone in my style. You know? To like fully dial it in. It took me years. I started in what, late 2014, and then it wasn't really until like 2020, 2021, so like middle of the pandemic, where I started, where I was positive I had found my calling, my equilibrium, you know. Did you see the Matrix review Noodle did? My brain Noodle tries to remember, but I mean, the movie is the movie is enough of an overview. Noodle Matrix overview. Most broken game I've ever played. Is it that one? Or the why did they change how the movie looks? Maybe that one? Oh yeah, because they added the green filter for the DVD releases and all that. The one that I remember the most is the soundtrack breakdown. What was it? Soundtrack breakdown Matrix. Decoding the music of the Matrix. It's a 23-minute video by Sideways. Right? And this video just blew my fucking mind. There are, like, you guys have to see this. You guys have to see this. You need to know about this. There's an actual method of composing called a matrix. And someone figured out that Don Davis used a matrix for the Matrix. And it's this. This is the musical matrix of the Matrix. Bro. This is so far beyond my understanding of music. Okay? I cannot even begin to comprehend what this fucking means. Okay? I'm not gonna play the video because the Matrix soundtrack is on it. Sorry, I can't play the video without getting fucking demonetized to oblivion, but I've left the link in chat. You can just watch it on your own after the stream. But yeah, it's easy. You circle around any words you find. That's crossword, you dummy. Fuck ass Matrix. I had to do those in do you care to explain? Like, here. What does this mean? Teach us. Crossword production. You just match the words growl. Like turn knob up. Then it turns the parameter up, you know? Paul doesn't understand. Who do you guys who do you think I am? Fucking Da Vinci out here? Like the actual Da Vinci from like you know? Brother, I have an understanding of music. I went to an academy. I studied for many years. I didn't get far enough that I would do this. Okay? This is like Chinese to me. Okay, so here goes. For 12 tone rows, okay, like a melody that has 12 tones.
In 2026, what makes someone a criminal?
Thinking Paul is Da Vinci without the resolve. Yeah, absolutely right. Okay, so he goes, like a melody that has 12 notes, but one of each note. Then all the permutations of that same tone row. Okay, so I guess this means rows? So what do the music matrix meaning? Matrix and music, okay. Mathematical matrices and music. used in the visualization of all permutations or forms of a tone row or set in music written using the 12-tone technique or serialism. All right, but could I get some examples? Okay, retrograde, inversion, permutation, retrograde, inversion. Okay. In case you didn't notice, I have no fucking idea what you just said. Like, permutations, the word rings a bell from like probabilistic, like maths, back in the high school days, you know? But, oh, here, there's actually Spanish articles on God fucking damn it, with the news websites. But you never explain this. Just teach me what a matrix is. Don't just tell me what it is. Just how to read this. All right, here goes. It's awful. Don't even. Dude, I just want to try to get into Don Davis's mind. I feel like I have to. I feel like I have to. You know, like this is something genuinely intriguing for me. Holy music theory knowledge, bro's the final boss. I mean, I never studied music theory in college. I didn't get that far. I stopped going to the academy when I was 17, 18. 17. To start dedicating myself full time to production, right? So I know some stuff. I know like classical harmony. I don't know about this shit. You know, inversion is the inversion of the distance. Okay, inversion of the distance. Let's read slowly, okay? Inversion of the distance between two notes. Retrograde is it backwards. Retrograde inversion is the notes backwards and inverted. Okay, inversion of the distance between two notes. So, if, say, two notes are a fifth apart, what would the inversion be? Up a major third, but inverted is down a minor sixth. Okay, I need to picture that. So it's basically what happens, right? So let's say you have. I need Microsoft Paint for this, or like, better yet, MuseScore. MuseScore is gonna help a lot with this. I feel. So inversion is basically what happens when you have two notes, and you were to transpose one of them an octave up. The lower one you transpose to an octave up, and you get the inverted. You get the inversion of the interval, right? So. Just give me a minute to generate a score here, a like score sheet, okay? Think of it that way. Yeah, because that way it makes it makes a ton of sense to me. All right, so here it goes. Here it goes, okay? This is MuseScore. So let's say I had done ding. This is you guys are not even hearing this. Now you are. Okay. So this is a major third. Now, basically, the inversion of this is what happens when you take the lower one and you put it up an octave. Or you take the higher one, you drop it down an octave. Right? So that. Same chord, by the way, just on a different octave. Right? So this would be the inverted chord, right? Because this is a major third. This is a minor sixth. Okay, major inverts to minor. The intervals add up to 9. 3 plus 6, 9. Okay. 3 plus 6, 9. Yes. Okay, so what if you were to do... what if you were to do a fifth? Ding, C and G. That translates to a fourth. 5 plus 4 equals 9. Okay. I've understood one concept. Right? Perfect inverts to perfect. Yes, because this is a perfect fifth. This is a perfect fourth. Okay, makes sense. And diminished inverts to augmented. I need to see that. So it's no. There you go. Augmented fifth. Right? C, G sharp. And this sounds the same as a major third, but it is actually a diminished fourth. The way it is written, G sharp C, this translates to a diminished fourth. Sounds the same. It's an, what's it called? Equal harmony. Here in Spain, it's called enarmonía. Equal harmony? In harmony? Enharmonic. Okay, so it's basically the same term, enarmonía. Enharmonic. Okay. Enharmonic equivalence. Okay, got it. Okay. So it's more or less the same name. All right, cool. That term, by the way, what that means is that two intervals, they are like spelled, they are two different intervals that happen to sound the same. Major third sounds the same as a diminished fourth, but they're not written the same. Okay, that's what an harmonic equivalent means. Same sounding, but different on paper. Exactly. All right, so now, retrogrades. He goes, retrograde is it backwards. So what do you mean by that? So like an example. I need an example of that. It backwards. So if you were to do the opposite, but then that's also inversion, right? Tone row. Tone row backwards. Tone row backwards. Basically, instead of major third up, you go one down. You go a major third down, which is not the same. Okay. Instead of major third up, you go one down. Okay. I want to voice chat and explain. Dude, if you're up for it, I would literally just set up a voice chat and have you explain it to us on stream. I would totally be down for that. Okay, let's do it. Let me set up. I can just DM you for this, right? Poser dubs. All right, ready when you are. I'll just call you over Discord. You might find that my audio will be several seconds ahead on Discord than here on stream. The stream is like 6 to 7 seconds, right? I'm gonna mute YouTube. Yes, that's what I meant. See how folks... What do you... There is no countdown! Again... Yeah, 6 to 7 seconds is the usual amount for regular low latency mode on YouTube. There is an ultra low latency mode, which is supposed to be like 3 to 4 seconds. But from what I've heard, the video quality is worse. So I would have to do a test to see that. I would have to do like a public test of just doing ultra low latency mode and see how it fares, how it looks, how it sounds, right? Because that's very important for the kind of streams that I do. Audio is very important. 6.5 seconds is wild. It's nothing compared to the 15 seconds that we had on Twitch without low latency mode. So Twitch on its regular mode has like 15 seconds, and then on its low latency mode has 3 to 4. YouTube has a little more. I'm just being proactive. If anyone says yes, 15 on the regular latency mode on Twitch, it's 15 seconds. Where's the I was just thinking on like doing like a private call through DMs. That way I don't have to set up some like voice chat and like roles and shit and then have it all go wrong and then everyone joining that voice chat.
In 2026, what makes someone a criminal?
Nope. Yeah, because what I would have to do is set up a voice channel on my server, then give you a role, then whoops, I've made a mistake, and now everyone has that role, and everyone can join that voice chat, and then like 20 people join that voice chat, and then they all start screen sharing their FL, and we have the same old situation, like 20 FLs, and you can't focus on anyone. All right, here goes. We're calling Composer Dubs on stream right now. Might take me a while because Vesktop does Vesktop things. Oop. Vesktop takes quite a while to like establish the call for some reason. Oh boy. Ah, the wonders of Vesktop. Oh, okay. Yes, now we're good. The stream can't hear you though, so let me make sure that I can add the source for that, so people can now hear you, or at least they should be able to now. Say something, please.
Hi.
All right, you're very loud.
Sorry.
All right. I think I might have adjusted you now.
Just woke everybody up that was sleeping.
All right. Hey man, how's it going?
Hey, this is cool. Yeah, so 12-tone serialism. This is some really goofy stuff. I'm glad I was able to hop into this stream because I'm not working today.
Let's go.
Yeah. So what you're looking at is some 20th century stuff. I think there's like two types of it, but I think the most well-known one is from Schoenberg, Arnold Schoenberg. There's also Webern that did 12-tone serialism, but he did it in a different way. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Webern was taught by Schoenberg and then kind of expanded on it. But the core concept is that you have what's called your tone row, and your tone row is going to be pretty much like, if you think of like one octave, like C all the way up to B, there's 12 notes or tones within that space.
Yes.
So 12-tone serialism is you're taking one of all of those notes and you're putting it in a row. You could think about it as I'm trying to find an image that you're able to.
So let's say you pick a scale right? So let's say
Yeah.
C major, and then you go C, C sharp, D, D sharp, all the way through B.
Yeah.
And then those two
Exactly.
tones, you lay them out on the first row of the matrix, or
That should be P0.
P0, okay.
P0. So if you have the...
So let me go back to that one screenshot from the matrix here. All right.
Yeah.
So P0 is the first row. It's E, F sharp, C. So you can arrange them in any order you want, or is there like a method to?
So composing this and analyzing this are completely different things. I don't know how people come up with their tone row. I just know that you use one of each. So
Okay.
like one of each note within your octave. So
Okay.
they have picked E, F sharp, C, B flat. Now, if you look on the left side at the other P's, look at P1. It's kind of halfway down. It starts with F. P1
Okay.
is the P0 row, but plus 1 half step. So F,
Oh.
G, C sharp, and it lines up with P0 that way. So now if you look at P2, it's the same thing.
It's the
F
same,
sharp,
but it
C sharp,
starts,
C.
but it starts 2 semitones up. Ah, I see.
Yep, from your original
Okay.
tone row. Now, if you look on the right side at R0, that is your P0 row just backwards. So now
So
you have G
It
sharp,
starts with G
D,
sharp.
A going right to left.
Ah. Okay, so now
That's the backwards
R1,
rows.
R1
R1
starts a semitone up from
Yep.
the last note. Ah.
Exactly.
Okay, so it starts A, and then so it does A. But then the next note is D sharp, and I'm following R0 backwards, and A to the left. Sorry, to the left of
Just a
that
semitone
A.
difference between R0 and then R1. It's the same thing as your forwards tone row. It's just all of this is backwards. So instead of starting on E for P0, you start on G sharp for R0.
Okay,
So
but what I'm seeing is that for R1, when it goes backwards, so it starts with A, and then to the left there's a D sharp, but then on R0, on the A, which is the to the left of the A in R0 is a B instead of a D sharp. So is that is that like how it's meant to be, or we're just following the so the order is like starts forwards with the permutations, and then just
Yeah.
everything like falls into place with the R's later, or just like however it happens to fall into place with the R's later.
Wait, I'm trying to understand what you're
Yeah,
Sorry, this is really
I'm trying to
confusing.
understand what I just said too. Give
Okay,
me a minute
so here I'll explain it a different way, and then I'll see. So P0 is your original tone row. R0 is that original tone row but backwards.
Okay, I'm
Now
gonna
if we
do
go
this.
to P1 is its own tone row. It just happens to be P0 plus 1 semitone, and then R1 is P1 but backwards. And
Aha.
then same with
Okay.
R2.
Okay, so when you first start building it, so on the layout, I just switched to paint here. You might see it in a few seconds. Okay, so when we're first writing the matrix here, we're basically pretending like the R row doesn't exist, like this just is not a thing.
Yeah, so the only thing
We
the
stopped caring
starting
about
place,
this.
The starting place for a matrix is P0, and then you just fill out P0 going left to right. That's it.
P0
and then
through
once
P11.
you have that, you have everything else that you can fill
Ah,
in.
I see. Okay. And then the eyes.
That's a little bit harder to explain.
Okay.
But that's what you were talking about earlier with inversions. So
Okay.
we can go E to F sharp. That is a major second up. Now, if we go a major
what I'm
second
noticing,
down,
is that
E.
I0 is E, so it's the I'm assuming what key are we in for the matrix here?
For this matrix, it starts on E, so we can
Starts on
think
E.
of E as our
like home, yeah.
tonal center.
Okay, so I'm gonna highlight here in red. So this is E is our like starting note, our like home note. I'm just gonna draw a little home in there. That's a terrible little home. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, and then it goes I0 is E, and then I1 is the note that's one semitone above, which is F.
Yep.
And then
you actually
I2
see F right there.
It's
Yeah,
a
which is
semitone
the home
above
right now.
I1, which is F sharp. And then you just keep on building through that. Okay, and then so the order in which you lay this down, from what I'm seeing, is just arbitrary. Like he just chose this order for some reason.
As far as I'm aware, yes, but this is not music that I write, so I don't know the composition side of it. I only really know the analytics side of it.
Okay. So yeah, my guess is he picked this order, and then he just wrote out P0, and it just so happens to be E, F sharp, C, B flat, F, G, C sharp, D sharp, B, A, D, G sharp. And then from this one row, you just build all the rest. So P1 starts the same, but in one semitone above, so F. So we just look at F is here, right? So P1 starts with I1, right? And
Yeah,
it just goes
P1,
F.
well,
And we just noticed that starting with I1, it follows this. So it just goes F, G, C sharp. Oh, but there's a B here.
so, okay, so the inversion side of it. So let's take a look at our P0 at E, like top left.
Yeah.
Now, if we follow P0 left to right, we have
Yes.
E to F sharp.
Uh-huh.
We can think about that as going up a major second, because otherwise
Yes.
F would be a minor second. So now when we look at that same interval, but going down, we would go down a major second. E down a major second is D. And then we can continue that order. F sharp to C would be a diminished fifth. And now we would think about an augmented fourth going down from D. And that's G sharp. So that's the inversion of the intervals between two notes in your P series, in your P0 series, which is your original tone row.
Okay. And then, so once we've understood the matrix for the matrix, how do we go about writing music with this information? Like, do you just start, like where do you start? Do you just write notes in sequence following this? Do you pick a starting point? Do you go like
That's a really good question. So what you would do is you would start with P0 and you would have your tone row out, and you would just have one of every note playing before you're able to repeat again, and you can't switch to your R0, your I0, or your RI0 row until you've played all 12 notes once. But what's cool is in the music that I've analyzed when I took Theory 4 in college, they would have chords. Like you can have E, F sharp, and C played together, and that would count as hitting all three of those notes. You can have any of those notes extend over, like you could have any of those notes extend over, as long as like when you're looking left to right on the sheet music, you see the notes show up in order. It doesn't matter how long they last. It just matters that they
Okay.
show up in order.
So when you start writing music with this, you would start, say, with your P0. So you go E, and then following this, it has to be F sharp, C, B flat, F in that order. G, C sharp, D sharp, B, A, D, and then G sharp. And then when you've arrived at this G sharp, you can pick a different direction. So you can pick R0, you can pick I0, you can pick RI0, or you can pick a different permutation.
You could pick any arrangement that you
Okay.
want, from what I know.
Okay, so once you arrive here, you can get to basically anything else. So
And then you
any
have
of
to
this.
follow that row, that new tone row, fully through before you switch again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn.
So the inversions, just think about the inversion rows, your RI and then your I. Just think about those as your retrograde. Think about your RI and your R rows as being backwards from your P row and your I row.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all of the retrograde. In the retrograde rows, that's it. It's just backwards.
Okay.
But your P is your initial, your P0 is your initial, and then your I0 is your P0 row, but with all of the intervals inverted, which is what you were doing earlier. So you understood that concept, and you understood the
Oh, I
initial
see it
full row
now.
concept.
Okay.
That's pretty much all you need.
Okay, now I see that R0. I need to get rid of all these like doodles here. Okay, so R0 starts at G sharp, and then it goes D, A, B, and then R1 is the exact same distances, but everything. So it's like this entire thing, which is transposed one semitone. So it starts with A, which is one semitone up from G sharp, and then from D, one semitone up goes to D sharp, A goes to B flat. You guys see this? B
Yeah,
goes
that's
up
it.
to C, D sharp goes up to. This is insane.
I will also mention that when you do like analyses like this, a lot of people use either all sharps or all flats.
Huh.
Or they use numbers from 0 to 11, which someone actually mentioned
Okay.
like 5 minutes ago in chat. That's kind of more how you would start learning about it. But
Yeah, 'cause
I mean,
then
you can use notes. That's fun too.
Yeah, because then that matrix, if you just add 0 to 11, you could assign the 0 to any note, and then it would just.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So it's just like a way to like generalize your matrix instead of like tying it to one key or the other. Okay. I
Yeah.
see that. I see that.
Let me actually send you a link to a matrix calculator that I found a while ago.
They are
Oh boy,
matrix
let me see if I can find
calculators.
it. Yeah, they have one that you just type in your P0 row, and then it populates the rest of it.
I
for
populates the
you.
rest. Dude.
It's on
Guys-
musictheory.net, and it's awesome. Here,
Guys are
just-
guys, are you ready to write our first matrix? All right, let's go. Okay. So, let's see. How would I like to start here? Delete. Okay, so we can't do E because it's already been done, or we could, but just choose a different order. So you know what? I'm gonna start with guys. I'm gonna start with the modus jingle, okay? With a ding 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 ding. So here goes. It's E, and then it's F sharp, which is G flat. Ding 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 ding. And then which is a B, then C sharp, which would be a D flat, and then the D is already used, so we can't go with that. And then we just populate the rest in like a random order. So we've got C, E flat, F, A flat, and B flat left, which is ding 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 boom boom. Yeah, let's just do that. And guys, we have our first ever matrix. Wait, I'm not showing this on stream. Fucking. I missed on. You guys missed the entire process. That must have been so anticlimactic. All right, let me do that again. Just let me do that again. All right. So we started with ding, 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 ping, and then we went bing, bing, and then the D is already used, and then we just went ding, dong, ding, ding, dong, right? And then that was our matrix there. So from here, we start at P0, play P0. Wait, can this actually play? Like,
No.
It does.
Or actually, maybe it can. Maybe they updated it.
it does.
Oh, sick. Then they updated it. They didn't. That wasn't an option last time I did this.
Okay, I'm going to enable audio for this so the stream can hear it. I'm gonna turn it down about 20 dB. Guys, this is our freshly made P0. I can already feel the bangers we're gonna write with this. And then from there, let's say we pick I0. Okay. I mean, I'm hearing that, but at the minute that's not like spawning any like summer hit ideas in my brain, but I'll figure it out eventually. All right, so let's go with R0 now. What does that sound like? It's the same in reverse, yeah. Dun ding, oof, oof. And then RI0. That last stretch actually sounded kind of cool. Geotree, I'm gonna have an aneurysm looking at this, bro. What dark magic did doves just recite to you? I don't know, but I have the power now. I have the power to do great things to your brain. All right. So now we can just go anywhere. So from E, I'm feeling
So you
like
could go to like R5, or you could go to your P5 row, and now you can play RI5 from there, and that would be like a valid point to move. Like once you repeat the last C, or once you play the last C, now you can play any other row from your P row, your P5.
right. So let's play P0 again, and then I want you to notice once I go from P0 to P5, guys. Remember that those first 5 notes, the modus jingle. Ding 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 ding. And then you go to P5, and it's the same thing, just transposed. Dun ding dun ding dun dun ding. Aha, okay. I see that. So it's basically the same sequence of events, just like transposed. In this case, we transposed it a fourth. Ding 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 ding
All
ding
of the
ding.
intervals stay the same between like P0 and P1. The only thing that's different is your starting note.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why it's important to pick different notes for your entire P0 row.
Yeah.
Otherwise you'll have repeats, and then the matrix actually won't be able to be like filled out properly.
Yeah, dude. I just had that one moment where it like finally clicked.
Oh yeah.
And
That's a great moment
and
too.
I am noticing my brain expand beyond limits previously thought unattainable by the by the human brain.
Oh yeah.
Well, thank you so
Dude,
much
so-
for this.
Click on the 0. You see where it says like flat and then sharp and then 0. Click on the 0 and you'll see what it looks
Oh.
like with the numbers.
with the
rather than
numbers,
with the
okay.
note names.
Okay. So it goes 4, 6, 7. No!
Yeah.
What do you mean 6, 7?
Oh god.
God damn it, guys. We couldn't manage. We fell victim. Turns out the Modus jingle had a hidden meme all this time. Turns out I was the pioneer of 6, 7. And then the T thing, what does this mean? Because it says E in some places, and then it says T, and then it says E again in some other
that-
places.
That I genuinely don't know.
Okay.
In 2026,
Because
what
I
makes
didn't
someone
use
a
this
criminal?
like after I was done with this class that learned about this stuff. That's when I found the calculator.
Okay, so what I'm noticing is that the 11s get turned to E's and the 10s get turned to T's. So maybe it's just like a different nomenclature. As you can see, guys, all
Oh,
the
possibly.
10s are all turning to T's, and all of the 11s are all turning to E's. So, yeah, maybe it's just like a different way to name them.
It's possibly easier to see so that there's no repeating characters except for 10 having a 1 and a 0. But I don't know. I mean, it's probably related to that, honestly, because it does look easier to see everything as E and T rather than 11 and then.
I honestly
1 and
think
0.
the opposite, because like at least 10 and 11, you have 2 digits, so you can.
Oh, that's fair.
So
They stand out a little
so you can
easier.
tell them apart like just visually, whereas with E and T, the things just like blend together a little bit more. But yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't know for this calculator at least.
Dutry, the only thing I can think of is 2 points. Yes, the E number. We're all about maths, the Friday maths. Well, thank you so much for that. That was really eye-opening.
Yeah, of course, of course.
All right. So, chat, is there anything else you want to ask this absolute wizard? Before we hang up. Chat, you have 30 seconds. I'll play the Jeopardy theme in the not that Jeopardy theme. This Jeopardy theme. Why?
Why? That's
Based.
a really, really good question.
How does figured base? What
Oh boy.
what is
Figured base
what
is a
wait,
notation.
what is figured base?
Figured base is a notation of like Roman numeral analysis. So if you think about like, let's say we're in C major, the 1 chord is going to be a C major, your 4 chord is going to be a F major, and then your 5 chord is going to be G major.
Oh,
So that would be like
okay.
a 1 4 5 1 progression. If you
Oh,
ever,
yeah.
if you've ever heard people say that, that's what that means.
yeah, no, that I know, and that I use like extensively on my project breakdowns, guys. You might have noticed, I always do just like 1 4 5 and then 6 5 1 whatever. But I always tend to talk about like chord directions with that kind of notations. Here we call it grados de la escala. We call that that translates to scale degrees. So that's why just I had no idea that the term in English was figured base. That makes literally no sense to me. Like scale
So-
degrees.
So
Just
with figured
sounds-
base, though, it takes that Roman numeral analysis, and it tells you how the base is moving. So
Okay.
if we actually have a first inversion 4 chord, assuming it's not a 7th chord, assuming there's not a 4th note in there, it would actually be a 4, like IV, and then a little 6 exponent exponent. So it would look like it says 4/6. And then if it's a second inversion, then it would be a 4/6/4 chord. And that's the communication for at least music majors and people that are nerds, for identifying how the bass is moving given a chord progression, because different inversions are actually going to give whatever you're writing a different feel. So being able to identify which inversion your chord is in is very, very important, and sometimes you don't have sheet music to communicate, so this is just one of those communication methods.
Yeah, it's just usually on my side, whenever I'm songwriting, I can just look at the notes in piano roll, and I'll just be able to tell, hey, this is an inversion, this is root key, this is this and that. So I guess I never needed this way of like running it down, but yeah, we have a picture here on the stream. So we have a C major triad with figure bass, and then it's there's the major third and there's a fifth, so we just write that down as 5/3 with the finalized C major chord. But then how would we go about interpreting this? So here we have ding ding ding. Okay, so here we have C major second inversion, and that's a different notation. That's 6/4. Okay.
In a lot of when you're thinking about like the major 1 chord, you actually don't have to write the 5 and the 3 because it's implied. Unless it's inverted, then you would have to write something different. But if there's no like 3/5, then that typically just means that there's no inversion. The only time when the 5/3 is used every single time is as like a courtesy, where you have the 1 chord as a 6/4 and then it inverts back to root position. Then you could say like, oh, this goes from a 1/6/4 to a 1/5/3. That's how you know it goes from C or whatever key we're in, second inversion C, to a root position C.
Ding, ding, ding. So let's say that would be F major second inversion, right? And then that would go to C major, just regular, like no inversion root.
It can. I'm just in my example, I'm thinking more if it's the same exact chord, not just if the inversion is second inversion. Like if we're going from F major 6/4 to an F major in root position, that's when you would use the 5.
Okay, that's 6/4/5/3. Okay.
Yep, because it's just the distances, as it's shown in the image, it's just the distances between your lowest note on the staff to both of the other notes. That's where the 6, and then the 6/4 comes in, and then when you get the 7th chords, 7, 6/5, 4/3, and 4/2.
Okay.
It's all super confusing, and it's not easy to learn any of this stuff. It's
so now we get to this. And you tell me what the heck is going on here. So we have a 5/3. So assuming this is the bass note, I would assume okay, this is an F clef, so we're in this is a G, if I don't remember, if I recall correctly. This would be a this is a G, and then it goes to B flat, so G with 5/3. It's just ding, ding, ding. So with the B flat, that would be G minor, correct?
That should be G minor.
Okay. And then we've got the B flat with a 6. So assuming this is the bass note, a 6th above this would be a G. Dun, dun. So this would be G, something G, because we don't have a 3rd here. So this would be just a 2-note thing.
It still would be well. The 6 there just tells you that it's in first inversion. So that is the bass note in that first inversion chord.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so all of this is G minor, But
Yes.
the reason the 6 is here is to tell you that this bass means it's the first inversion of G minor, and this whatever's on top of here would be G minor root. So this is G minor root, this is G minor first inversion. Okay. I got it.
Yep. And then when you get to the 7 and then 5 and then the sharp, so a fifth above G is going to be D. And you can actually see that note for the 7, 5, and then the sharp is a D. The 7 just means that there's the 7th there. The 5 just means it's the 5th. And then the sharp actually means that that's an accidental for this chord. So that sharp is on the 3rd. So this is actually a dominant 7th in G minor, which is D7. And it's in root position because of the way that it's written. Unfortunately, with figured bass, it's standardized, but people still put like the courtesy numbers and everything just to be super, super clear.
Yeah.
It's hard to learn because some people put them, some people don't, but that is just a D7 in root position.
I see. So then I take it the 7 with a little like strike here, that was meant to be was it diminished or what was that? Not minor. Was
The
that
7
minor,
with the
or was it?
dash after it sometimes means minor, but a slash through it I think means flat. So that would actually make sense if it was like
Yeah, because I remember seeing the strike in some of my like later piano classes. We started using like jazz and like blues notation, and I would see these like the like strike throughs on the numbers, and then one time they would mean one thing, and then another time they would mean a different thing, and
yeah.
it would just be fucking.
It's all insanely convoluted for absolutely no reason, and there's a reason why this notation isn't really used anymore outside of like learning it in a theory class.
Yeah, I don't really see the point here, because I would just do, I would just write it in like American notation, just go G, M, like G lowercase m, and then,
for minor.
you know, G lowercase m / B flat, so that's G minor over B flat, so that means the B flat is the bass.
Right.
I would just do that. Ah, brother.
It's
that
not,
was something.
It's not easy.
That was some. I am sweating from this class. Jesus Christ. my brain is braining. Well, yeah. Dude, thanks so much for that. That was amazing.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah. See you around, mate.
I hope to see a nice 12-tone piece from you at some point soon.
Yes, like 12-tone 12-tone matrix, like film score experiment coming tomorrow. Okay.
Heck yeah.
But I would definitely like to like try that out sometime. You know, one of my like spare time film score experiments where because I haven't done one of those in quite a long time. It's been quite a while since I just like sat down for like a couple hours and just went, hey, here's something I'm never going to release, just like as an exercise.
Yeah.
I haven't done that in quite a while, so maybe this is that motivator I needed for that.
It's your opportunity. You got to take advantage of it.
Yeah. Well, thanks. Thank you again for that.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah. See you around, man. Round of applause
right,
for
see ya.
Composer Dubs in chat.
Woo!
Right, see you around, man. Thanks, bye.
Thanks, guys.
All right, that was sick. Let's go. Brain expansion success. Now I just have to do with like with Yo-Yo. I have to not forget. Because with Yo-Yo, I like completely forgot Harmer like 2 days in. He did this like this like masterclass, and then 2 days later I opened up Harmer and I was like, well, how did this work again? And rewatching the masterclass didn't help, by the way, like at all. But I'm gonna try my darndest because this is legitimately interesting here. All right, let's bring the music back up here. There we go. Yeah, but like the problem with Harmer wasn't so much that it was hard to understand. It was just the fucking UI, dude. The UI placement. You know, this Tuesday, the like random, just like taking the piss production stream that we did this past Tuesday, we like pulled up Harmer to do some image resynthesis, and I was just like paralyzed by the interface. I was just like, what? Huh? What the heck? If any of y'all have questions on theory stuff, let me know. I'm more than happy to share what I have theory and composition wise. Let's go. Yeah, guys, if you're not in the server, join the server and use the music production channel. Dude, that's what that channel should be all about. Guys, stop sending, because I see you, stop sending your tracks asking for feedback on the music production channel. That's not what the music production channel on my server is for. That's what the feedback channel in my server is for. Okay? Music production is for the real questions like this, you know? This is what music production channel should be all about, you know? Woo! Can't wait to tell Austin about this. Just, hey, dude, I learned matrices. Ready for another out-of-body experience? Brother. Dude, it's legitimately getting on me here. I'm thinking about opening up the window here, but yeah, we got half an hour left. Might as well like pull through. Whatever. Nightbot, thank you so much. It's finally fixed. I should probably take my music theory questions to the Modus Discord. I tell you, we secretly have the most talented people on like the entire space. I found out we have a physics student on our server. We have a software engineer on our server. We have a music theory college student in our server. And then there's me. we have the greatest galaxy-brained people on the server, and we don't even know it. Bro is assembling the Einstein team. We're assembling the IQ Avengers, dude. We got Iron Brain. We got Gray Witch, you know, Gray Matter Witch. Man. We got Bone Marrow. We got Hawkeyes. We got the Frequency Fiend. Bone Marrow. Stop, dude. Stop. I'm literally a high schooler 2 years ahead of math. I don't think no, bro. We all qualify for something. I qualify for the stupid. Yes. Everyone, yeah, dude. We should just have the like Super Smash Brothers intro. You know? Modus Discord about to solve the greatest question. Dude, it is beyond me how we have assembled the IQ Avengers on the Discord server, but the NYP ARGs but then everyone struggled with the NYP ARGs. Dude, compared to this, dude, imagine if the NYP9 ARG was comprised of music matrices. Imagine if the music matrices contained, if the melody embedded in the matrices contained a hidden message. Imagine. None of you ever. Impossible. Difficulty impossible. That would be nuts. Yeah. If only I knew about how matrices worked 3 years ago, then I would have been able to put them in. And then my mods would have fucking killed me, because my mods were in charge of verifying the ARG, and then they would have had to go through the matrix. And they would have just gone, just fuck you, Paul. You know, because whenever I finished my ARG, before I even went to producing the video, the like VFX for it, the like animations and the timers and all the like cool little visuals for it, first I had to actually verify that the ARG I had come up with on paper worked, that you could get to the final result, right? So I had my server moderators, Piracle and Neuralink, both of them. I had them go through the ARG each year, right? Just like checking that, like just following the document through, just making sure that that was possible, right? And then they would tell me, hey, this result, I had some issues with that. It like gave me this wrong character, and then I would have to look into that, right? Because to me, it all sounds right. It all sounds correct. But then again, it's not me that's solving it. It's you guys. So you have to be able to come to the same answer, right? Fan-made post-NYP ARGs reported to include rapid-fire linear algebra for one of the puzzles. We are so fucking cooked. Fan-made post-NYP ARGs? Bro, you overestimate the mainstream audience. You overestimate the doom-scrolling TikTok kids of our time. Oh, I forgot to mention, string players typically like using a sharp for the matrix, and wins like to use flat for them. Usually a quick way to tell who's a win and who's a string player. Really? Dude, I've never seen orchestra performers use or even read a matrix before. Can you imagine if I just walked up to like an orchestra? Because I've been close and personal with some orchestra performers during because they were students, right? But they performed for the academy's like student student orchestra, right? And you know, sometimes I would just, because like they were friends of mine, and I would just be able to like look at their scores. Can you imagine if one of them was just a matrix? It was just well, and then here I'm about to crush this I2P0 solo. Shit. It's because of how the instruments physically play. I get an idea for that, yeah, for sure. I've definitely like known, say, a cello player will definitely think of like of note alterations as more sharps, right? Whereas woodwind and brass players, they both tend to think of them as flats. And then there's us piano players somewhere in the middle. We just think of both. You know, for me, C sharp is C sharp. Okay? D sharp, D flat, fuck that. It's C sharp for me. But then there's B flat. B flat can never be A sharp for me in my head. Right? So C sharp can never be D flat for me in my head, and B flat can never be A sharp for me in my head. Piano players, we're just built different. Playing a flat on a guitar, if the flat is E, A, D, G, okay, or B, looks and feels way worse than seeing sharp as D, G, C, F, or A. Playing a flat on a guitar, aha. Piano players are on another level, and that's fucking not. Because, dude, how to induce expression on the instrument, you know? Yeah, like there's an art, like there's playing and then there's playing, right? The piano. But I feel like that's even harder for string instruments, because for starters, you don't have the like little separations that the like frets. You don't have frets like you have on a guitar. So it's just like an automaton. It's like a straight continuous line, and you don't know where each note is. That is commendable. Okay, like just finding or like knowing where the right tone, where the like right frequency is, right? Because you want to play a C, but you gotta be sure to play an in tone C, right? you gotta nail the C just in tone, like A 440 hertz C, right? This is impossible, by the way. I cannot reliably play melodies on this, okay? Whenever I do, it's edited. It's always edited, okay? Whenever it seems like I can play the automaton, it's lies. It's all lies. It's all edited, okay? It's all doctored footage. I've been lying to you. That's why orchestras feel so lush. Some people are a few cents off and all chords feel... Yeah, because it's all microtonal. Orchestras are inherently microtonal, and that is mind-blowing. And that probably plays into why libraries feel a little bit more fake. Because the library is always playing the most perfect recording of that string, of that ensemble. So you can imagine they'll be recording like 30 different instances of the same note at that same intensity, and they'll stick with the best one. And that's the one that will always play whenever you hit that note on your MIDI keyboard. The note that will trigger, the sound that will trigger is always that. So that probably plays into, like, yes, it does have more to do with legatos, portamentos, and the little like nuances of the instrument and the little vibratos and all that. But it also has to do with that, just the inherent microtonality of every member of the orchestra playing just slightly wrong, right? And that's just mind-blowing, because those are the guitar strings tunings. Yeah, but then just... So first, you have to find the right tone for that note, the right like intonation, the right frequency for that note, and then on top of that, you have to like, you know, you have to like add the, so like when you're bowing along, you can tell I've never played strings, but you know, when you've got the like violin here and you're bowing it along, the finger that's pressing on the note, you gotta like move it about a little bit so it produces that like vibrato, that expression. That's not needed in piano. You hit the note, and however strongly you hit the note, that's just what plays, and you have no control over anything else. You just hit the note, either like stronger or softer, and that's it. And that's the extent of what you can do, right? And the note just plays. But man, This is sick. I wrote for my college's symphony orchestra with that in mind, and the orchestral part was big as dude. The day I get to record Codename Zim is Jealous, the climax drop, the day I get to record this with an orchestra, I will die. I may die happy after that. My life is complete. You can manually go in and adjust all of that. So like, I wrote, like, the drop of that is like 50% or like maybe even more. 70% the orchestra. And then you can push it to fuck, you can clip it, you can saturate it as much as you fucking want to make it sound big and large. But the big and large in the orchestra doesn't come from pushing the limiter, you know? And that's what I always struggle with. It's just making the orchestra feel as big as a synth-heavy melodic house drop. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. And I've literally had good results with just, like, say, taking the lead, whatever, so like wherever the lead melody is, say the lead melody is on the strings. The strings are playing the lead melody. You take the string stem and you pitch it up like 13 cents. It immediately sounds better. I tell you guys, pro tip, if you're working with orchestras with like contact libraries, try micro pitching some of the instruments, like some of the stems around. Instantly bigger. So will your wallet. Musicians are expensive. Yeah, musicians are very expensive. That's why contact libraries exist. And even then, contact libraries are a bit of an investment. You can manually go in and adjust all of that, but that won't accommodate for how two string players will play at the same line slightly off of each other. Yeah. In real life, always beats libraries, always. Especially for string. Like, there are some instruments where they've been able to nail it down, like, better than others. Strings, no one has cracked the code. Even Steven Spies. I've, like, on one call that we had when we were like going over like Tail Abyss. I think it was the just something about Tail Abyss. We hopped on a call and he himself said to me, no one has cracked the code for strings libraries to make a string library sound the same as real life. So usually if there's like a low budget project but you have an orchestral sound for your soundtrack, usually you will only hire the string players. So you'll be working with contact libraries for everything, but the strings will be real, and that gives it that tends to bridge the gap just enough so it feels mostly realistic, right? Yeah. You're telling me they don't have an OTT guy in the orchestra? Brother, if you put a compressor in general on an orchestra like sound mixer, like sound mixing board, you're fired. You're canceled from the orchestra industry forever. Another pro tip, don't do matrices. Hey, just my brain has opened. It's like in the Matrix. I know Kung Fu. Well, I know matrices now. There is no way I'm not gonna like at least try like some sort of exercise with matrices. I'm gonna at least try. You know, I may not be Don Davis up here, but yeah. I love the stream so much. I'm gonna miss it. What do you mean? Are we leaving forever? Is Modus quitting Friday streams forever? told you that. Actually, I was only using 20% of my power. Bro really wants to be Don David. No, it's Don Davis, you buffoon. It's Don Davis. Gotta get your act together, brother. No, but yeah, it's just, man. Listen to the Matrix soundtracks. Bro just literally made the soundtracks for the Matrix, did not elaborate, then just left. I think Matrix Revolutions was his last thing, right? Don Davis. Let me see. No, there are some more, but Matrix Revolutions. Then he did the Animatrix. The Incredible Hulk is his soundtrack, and then The Marine in 2006. The Marine, the one with John Cena. That was the last movie he scored, and that was it. Bro dropped 3 fucking generational, brain-melting soundtracks, proceeded to not elaborate, then stuck around for a couple of years, then left. Bro. Bro. If that's not the most Sigma Chad, you know? Oh man. Just fucking out of this world. And there's all sorts of references to his work on my work. I've gone over this a few times by now, but you guys probably remember this. New Year Protocol 9, the ending of Protocol 9, the ending of Protocol 9, what the heck? The ending to New Year Protocol 9 is basically is very similar to the ending of the final fight in Matrix Revolutions. You know? So this thing. And then with the brass doing bum 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 bum. See that? Matrix Revolutions, exactly the same ending. I'm gonna play it for just a little bit. I might have to mute this in the VOD afterwards, so you've been warned. The track's called Why Mr. Anderson. And it's there. It's there. Let me see. Here, the song, the tune. The Matrix. It's around the end here. So let's let it load. Here. Somewhere here. Come on! YouTube! Here. Dun, dun, dun. So here it's 1 semitone down. So this is E flat instead of E. Here. And then he goes. It's literally the same. It's literally the same. So that tells you all you need to know. It's just this man is on another fucking level. Like, people say Hans Zimmer, bro. Bro. No. Hi, Modus. Hey, Flate 5, what's up? How's your electricity holding up today? That was one of the most just uncalled for roasts. Where's my 50 tracks album? Right here, bro. Here, I'm gonna show you, okay? Ranked. Bonk bonk. Get bonked. Right. Well, guys, tomorrow I'm touching grass. How about that? Well, to be fair, I've been touching grass all of this morning. I woke up at like 9 a.m. and I've been on the road. Driving my truck. Not my truck, because we don't, like, trucks are just not too much of a thing here. Like, just, like, in the US sense, like pickup trucks. Those aren't really a thing. We just have like regular cars, you know. Driving my car. Whatever the fuck that voice was. Yeah, I've been driving all morning, just doing chores around the city. Driving my car around the city. You can tell I ran out of water and I don't have a replacement, so I can't really strain my voice much. Otherwise, it'll be fucking gone by Sunday. Cause remember, the feedback stream this week is not Saturday, it's Sunday at 6 p.m. local time, not 7. So 1 hour earlier than usual on Sunday. Okay, so 1 day later, 1 hour earlier, so 23 hours later than usual. That makes sense? What's grass? Grass refers to various families of plants. The three major families of grass-like plants are true grasses, Poaceae, sedges, Cyperaceae, and rushes, Juncaceae. Lawns and pasturelands are typically composed of true grasses, 5 of which cover 46% of the world's arable land: rice, wheat, maize, barley, and sugarcane. Grass as a name has been applied to a wide group of unrelated plants, including herbaceous plants whose leaves and stems are eaten by domesticated and wild animals. The word may have its origin in the Proto-Indo-European root gre. What was that tiny H in there for? So asterisk gre 1 minus? Gre 1 minus. Okay. Gre. Meaning to grow. Okay. Graz can refer. I can't do that like really resonant S that some people do. There's this like I saw this in like a Vinesauce video. It was this meme of I think it was in the You Laugh You Lose from Vinesauce. I think it was in the second one. No, but like the abridged version. The abridged version. Not the full stream archive. This like really whispery S. This incredibly super resonant S. I just have to find the meme. I need to show this to you. I think it might be this one. I think it's this one. I think it might be this one. Well, minus that.
Fried rice, chow mein, orange chicken, beef and broccoli. With soy sauce.
Soy sauce. You know, I can't do that, but it'd be so funny. Soy sauce. You know, just imagine grass can refer to a green area such as a lawn, park, or field, and is often used for recreation or for sports, such as lawn, tennis, or bowls. Beginning, and then my Carl Sagan impression is better. Beginning in the 1970s, or maybe more like Walter Cronkite. Beginning in the 1970s, some sports venues have installed artificial grass to reduce maintenance costs. It's just I've got that like American PSA 60s voice type thing that works for sure. Abridged extended version. Yeah. Fried rice. Yeah. What's the like is there a link to like that one meme like in isolation? Fried rice meme? Boy, this is gonna be do you guys know that meme? Is there a link to that? I got it. Let's go. Send it in the meme channel on the server, please. Cause I don't even know what to type into the search engine to get that. I typed in fried rice and soy sauce and I didn't find it. I didn't get it. Fried rice whistle meme, and it came out for me. Okay. Fried rice whistle meme. Oh, it's a TikTok video. Okay.
Fried rice, chow mein, orange chicken. Fried rice, chow mein, orange chicken, beef and broccoli with some sweet and sour sauce, some soy sauce, and sriracha chili sauce. Fried rice, chow mein.
That explains why it wasn't coming up on the results, because I'm just not getting TikTok. And so, yeah, like TikTok just doesn't show up on my DuckDuckGo. Honestly, I'm completely fine with TikTok not showing up in my search results. So, hey guys, there's this thing that's been showing up on my TikTok lately. Whenever you first open the app, what is the first thing you get on the like For You page? Because I feel like the algorithm doesn't know shit about me, and it's just showing me random stuff every time. Because I only use TikTok to post my own stuff. I never use TikTok to watch other people's content. Like, I don't like scroll on TikTok. So whenever I open up the app, it feels like TikTok doesn't know enough about me, which totally fine. But it is kind of interesting that every time I open up the app, I get the most random shit on the For You page. I get memes in Arab for some reason. And then I get these like half a second AI generated videos. They're like, a moon rising. And then it's just a half a second, very sped up video of the moon rising. And it's AI generated. And that's it. And that's the video. And it just loops over and over and over because it's like half a second. So just... And I'm pretty sure that's to farm views, because when a video is so short, you don't even have enough time to tap away from that video before you've watched it at least twice, before it has looped at least twice. So that counts as 2 views, right? Yeah, let me try this. Oh, hey, based video I just got there. Women in dubstep, let's go! Let's go! But other times, dude, yeah, just half a second sped up AI generated like sequences. The other time, we were in the middle of Holy Week, so it was like last week, right? For like Christians, that's like a big thing. And especially here in Spain, we have the whole like Semana Santa thing, and that's like a pretty big like holiday here. But I was getting AI generated half a second sped up sequences of like Jesus on the cross. It was like, who thought of doing, like, what is the purpose of this? You know, to promote the Holy Week. AI, yes, I literally got half a second sped up AI Jesus.
Audio jungle.
Where was the? Oh, there. Okay. I'm rediscovering sounds on my board I didn't even remember I had. Really shows you that I have to update this soundboard for the layout upgrade. Oh boy. All right. I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna wrap it up for today. What an amazing stream. What an amazing stream. I can feel my neurons have at least doubled since the beginning of this stream. Absolutely based. So shout out once again to Composer Dubs in chat for that absolute masterclass. Let's go. I'm so glad I joined right when I saw the Matrix. Let's go. That I mean, I might just tell Jared to make that into a clip, but he's gonna go on break soon because he's gotta, like, you know, relax for a little bit. But hey, we might just like chuck it in there. We might just like slip it in there. Who knows? Who knows? All right, guys. Thank you all so much for joining, and stick around until the very end of the stream. Once again, don't. Tomorrow, don't. It's not happening. It's happening Sunday, okay? So 23 hours later than normal, right? Sunday at 6 p.m. instead of 7 p.m. We'll be doing our usual feedback stream. So I hope to see you all there. We are going to be hopefully reviewing some more music. Something tells me, though, something might happen that most people are going to love, but the feedback junkies are going to hate. I'll leave it at that. Today I learned that red pandas are actually the real OG pandas, and giant pandas stole their name and then robbed their OG status. Casual Geographic is wild. Should I play the eyewitness theme to like end the stream? Tokyo Machine style? Here goes. Here goes, guys. The eyewitness intro to end. An error occurred? No, now is not the time for errors. All right, guys. Here it goes. I'm gonna play the eyewitness theme to end the stream. All right. I'm gonna mute the music here. Gonna switch to the eyewitness intro. Guys, thank you all so much for joining the Friday Chill. It's been awesome. Good night.